Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Rando Geek. We're talking about this article that I came across from Forbes. I'll drop the link down below in the description. And we have, CEO of Verizon, Dan Schulman, talking about where he thinks AI will be in the next coming years and how he feels it's just going to replace a significant portion of customer service roles. Now, we're not shocked here, especially when it comes to Verizon. Dan has gone on record over the last couple of months talking about how strongly he feels about this, and he's just talking more about it. So it's more just of a verification that this is definitely the angle Verizon is most likely going to take, along with the other carriers as well. There's significant profits to be made if they can cut costs by eliminating employees in certain roles, specifically the customer service roles. Even with them outsourcing to other countries, this would still be the cheaper alternative. They still have to pay salaries and benefits to some of those customer service reps in overseas roles. So with AI taking over and just doing the bulk of the work, probably 90% of it is what it looks like Dan feels is going to happen. The companies just make more and more money. Now, with that being said, how will paying customers feel about that? Probably not too good. Although if you call many of companies today, such as Verizon or T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, any one of them, you're often greeted by an AI chatbot or robot, should I say, customer service rep, and it's not bad. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you're greeted with a very nice, pleasant introduction. They're mostly knowledgeable, but as you can tell, they're not going to be fully helpful, at least not yet. And for many that are paying a lot of money for their post-pay plans, I don't think it's something that they want. They want that human interaction. They want to be able to ask genuine questions and not get a robotic response. So, is it going to happen overnight? Probably not, but something that they're definitely looking forward to. But the hard truth here is Dan has actually told so Verizon and Dan has told their employees that AI is pretty much going to replace your job. And he's encouraging them to look towards other opportunities, whether it be in Verizon, outside of Verizon, but to explore your different talents and to see what else you can do. Because he says that AI will replace a large percentage of customer service workers. Routine customer service activities such as password resets, billing inquiries, account updates, and plan changes are especially vulnerable because they are predictable workflows. His comments are in stark contrast to some of the more tempered statements corporate CEOs have made about AI replacing human employees. Schulman, who was, of course, appointed CEO in October, taking the place of Hans Vestberg, said that the shift is already underway at Verizon. So he's all for it. This is an aggressive way to reduce their cost base. That's what they said. And he said this literally like this: read my lips. Okay. AI is going to replace jobs. Technology always replaces jobs. Pretending that that's not going to happen is misleading and wrong. But then he goes on to say, when in human history did humans not find other things to do? There are countless jobs that exist today that weren't heard of 20 or 30 years ago. So he's saying people will just have to adapt to the new circumstances and find other things to do. AI will be doing the things that people don't want to do anyway. Now that's not really true. Those simple little things like password resets and billing inquiries and things like that are a bulk of jobs in America. Call centers, a lot of people do this, whether it's for a tech company, whether it's for banking, whether it's for home improvement, like even Home Depot type things. There's always going to be a customer service rep somewhere, Walmart, etc. It doesn't matter. And there are questions that need to be asked, and there are people that want to do that job or need to do that job so that they can earn a salary, right? Do they want to do it? Probably not. No, but it's a job, and it's a very large part of the available jobs that are here. Of course, many of them have been outsourced anyway over the last decade or two. So a lot of those jobs have been lost. There was far more of those opportunities 20 years ago than there are today, but nonetheless, there are still some. And therefore, if AI takes away those, well, we'll see a lot more. Uh, we'll see a lot less opportunity for people, which means we'll see a lot more unemployed people because maybe that is the only qualifications they really have. And the comments that, Dan is saying that they'll just have to learn different things. Well, if someone's been working for, say, a cable company, right? Let's say Comcast for 30 years as a customer service rep, and they finally managed to make a decent salary, right? Depending on where they live, because they've been there so many years and they've just accumulated raises and whatnot. Well, now you're telling them they got to go somewhere else. And if they can't find another customer service job, it may really be it may be too complicated for them to learn a new trade depending on their age and where they are in their life, right? It might require them for them to uproot and go somewhere else in order to get that training to do things. So it's not fair for those people, and that is the true horror behind AI. For some, it's a good thing. It can help their job. It can help improve their job. They can use the tool to be better at their work, but it really depends. So I would have liked to see him at least say that, we might eliminate some of these customer service roles, but we're going to create some new roles here for you. But the truth here is that it's all about cost cutting. These were his words. You can read the article and you'll see that that is true. It's all about cost cutting. So therefore, they don't really care what happens to their employees as long as the cost cutting is working and the company is making more profits. But ultimately, at the end of the day, not only does it hurt the employees and create, a larger unemployment scale, but many customers, like I said earlier in this video, paying postpaid customers may not want to deal with AI. They still would like that, human interaction, whether it be always a good experience, many times it's poor. They still want that, option. Just like when I talk about how stores are trying to eliminate many reps in actual brick and mortar stores. There's not many. They want you to go, like with T-Mobile, they want you to go to the T Life app and do a lot of your business there. That's not what we're used to. That's not what many want, simply because, the prices that you're paying for these plans, that was part of the deal. The deal was to get that additional service. And now they're taking away that white glove service. Not always a good experience, but therefore, anyway, at least there. And now, shrinking, right? You're getting less and less of that until ultimately it's not really there at all, which is what companies like T-Mobile and Verizon and at&t are looking to do. And they're just kind of forcing you to get used to it, which in my opinion is just going to shift more and more customers to the alternatives. Because if you're going to pay postpaid prices and get prepaid service, I think many are just going to wise up and just go for that alternative. They're going to go to the visibles, they're going to go to the totals, and Verizon will lose profits. T-Mobile will lose profits. They already are. AT&T is going to lose profits. It's just going to continue to happen. And maybe they'll have you know, that handful of people that stay on postpaid and are okay with AI, and maybe it'll be enough for them. But ultimately, the struggle is real for these companies. They're just going to continue to, you know, dig and dig and dig and try to find ways to cut and cut. Ultimately, I don't know. I don't know how much more they can do without degrading the service so much that just nobody wants it. But I thought I'd share that with you. Just another day in the life of AI conversation. But Dan, very vocal about it for months now. As far as I could see ever since he stepped in to that role, being the new CEO, that was a mission. He was very strong about cutting, which, certain things needed to be done. There was a lot of overspending, a lot of poor decision making with the budget and advertising, marketing, etc., which is why many wanted to see Hans out. They felt he was just dried up and stale, and we needed some fresh new eyes with some new thoughts and skills to come in. But with every good decision comes a bad one, and we'll just have to kind of see how it plays out and see if it works for them. They've been able to make some profits due to this cost cutting, but ultimately, it has cost them many customers as well because many do feel that their postpaid experience is being degraded and they're not seeing the worth and value in it like they used to. So we'll just have to see how all this plays out. Like I said, a link for the article down below. As always, thank you for stopping by and watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you have not done so already. And as always, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.